Hyundai Motor Group is making a historic $21 billion investment in the United States, a move that is sending shockwaves through the global automotive industry and capturing the attention of both Wall Street and Main Street. This massive commitment signals a major shift for Hyundai, from being primarily an importer of vehicles to transforming itself into a true domestic manufacturing powerhouse right on American soil. With this new investment, Hyundai will double its total U.S. spending since 1986, making this one of the largest financial commitments ever made by a foreign automaker in American history. It's a bold statement of confidence in the U.S. economy and workforce. Of the $21 billion, $9 billion is earmarked to ramp up vehicle production, allowing Hyundai to build more cars, trucks, and SUVs tailored specifically for American drivers. Another $6 billion will be invested in strengthening U.S. steel operations, ensuring that the raw materials for Hyundai's vehicles are sourced and processed locally, supporting American industry from the ground up. An additional $6 billion will go toward developing clean energy infrastructure, including a nationwide network of EV charging stations, as well as solar and wind power installations to help power Hyundai's facilities and vehicles sustainably. Hyundai's plan is comprehensive. It's not just about building more cars. The company is creating an entire ecosystem that supports manufacturing, energy, and innovation, laying the groundwork for a sustainable future in America. The company has set an ambitious 4-year timeline to bring these projects to life, aiming to break ground quickly and deliver results that will benefit local communities, workers, and the broader U.S. economy. In addition, Hyundai will purchase $3 billion worth of American liquid natural gas, further deepening its economic ties and supporting the U.S. energy sector. This strategy is about more than just expansion. It's about embedding Hyundai into the fabric of the U.S. economy, creating American jobs, and insulating the company from global trade disputes and supply chain disruptions. In a time of economic uncertainty and shifting global dynamics, Hyundai is betting big on the stability, resilience, and long-term potential of the American market. This unprecedented investment positions Hyundai as a key player in America's industrial future, helping to drive innovation and competitiveness in the automotive sector. It's a forward-thinking move that redefines Hyundai's role in the U.S., sets the stage for a new era of growth, and signals a long-term commitment to American workers, technology, and communities. Hyundai's massive investment is a direct response to the unpredictable landscape of American trade policy, especially tariffs championed by President Trump. By building in the U.S., Hyundai shields itself from import taxes and keeps its vehicles competitively priced for American consumers. Trump's America First agenda has pushed foreign companies to localize production, and Hyundai's move is a textbook adaptation. Localizing production of vehicles and steel reduces Hyundai's dependence on fragile global supply chains. This strategy insulates the company from trade negotiations, shipping costs, and geopolitical tensions. Hyundai's proactive approach aligns corporate strategy with government policy, creating a win-win narrative. The company is choosing certainty in domestic production over the risks of global trade. In today's climate, adapting to government policy is as crucial as market demand, and Hyundai is leading the way. Hyundai's answer to tariffs is simple: build in America, avoid import taxes. By shifting manufacturing and building its first U.S. steel mill, Hyundai ensures its products are American-made and tariff-proof. Vertical integration gives Hyundai control over quality, cost, and supply of steel, a critical advantage. This approach shields Hyundai from global supply chain disruptions and price swings. The Made in America strategy lets Hyundai offer competitive prices and reinvest savings into innovation. While rivals face shrinking margins from tariffs, Hyundai is positioned to gain market share. The era of sprawling global supply chains is giving way to regional manufacturing. Proximity to the end market is now a shield against political and economic uncertainty. Hyundai is turning trade threats into strategic opportunities by aligning with U.S. policy. Hyundai's $21 billion investment is projected to create over 100,000 U.S. jobs by 2028. These jobs span manufacturing, engineering, construction, logistics, and support services. About 14,000 will be direct, full-time roles at Hyundai's new facilities. The majority of jobs will ripple through the supply chain, supporting parts suppliers, construction, transportation, and local businesses. This multiplier effect will boost local economies and tax revenues. The investment is proof that strategic manufacturing can directly benefit American workers. Hyundai's new facilities lay the foundation for stronger communities and a robust industrial base. It's a powerful example of how corporate decisions can drive nationwide job growth. At the heart of Hyundai's expansion are two major new facilities in the south. An $8 billion state-of-the-art vehicle plant in Georgia will anchor Hyundai's U.S. operations, producing next-generation and electric vehicles. In Louisiana, a $5.8 billion steel mill will supply over 2.7 million metric tons of steel annually, ensuring a steady, tariff-free supply. The Georgia plant will create 8,500 direct jobs. The Louisiana mill adds 1,400 more. These projects will stimulate local economies, boost property values, and generate tax revenue for public services. By choosing Georgia and Louisiana, Hyundai taps into skilled labor and business-friendly environments. These factories are more than buildings. They're symbols of a new era of Southern industrial growth. The impact will be felt in renewed opportunity and prosperity for thousands of American families. Hyundai's bold move is sending shockwaves through the auto industry, forcing rivals to rethink their strategies. Brands like Honda, Nissan, Rolls-Royce, Volvo, and Volkswagen are now considering expanding U.S. manufacturing to avoid tariffs. Producing vehicles domestically gives foreign automakers a major edge, while Detroit's Big Three face new competition. The cost advantage of overseas production is shrinking as tariffs loom. Every automaker must now decide: risk import taxes or invest in American factories. Hyundai's decision is a catalyst, pushing competitors to act. The Made in America label is becoming a global standard, not just a Detroit badge. U.S. trade policy is reshaping the industry, with winners and losers determined by factory location. The American auto landscape is being redrawn, one investment at a time. Hyundai's investment is part of a larger trend, what experts are calling the reshoring of auto manufacturing. This movement is gaining momentum as global companies rethink where and how they build cars, and Hyundai is at the forefront of this shift. After decades of offshoring production to countries with lower labor costs, automakers are now bringing manufacturing back to the U.S. The goal is to build greater resilience, predictability, and control over their operations, especially in a rapidly changing world. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed just how fragile global supply chains can be. Factories shut down, ports stood empty, and part shortages rippled across the industry. In response, companies are shifting to local suppliers and assembly lines, aiming to avoid future disruptions. Hyundai's U.S. steel mill is a prime example of this new approach. By producing steel domestically, Hyundai controls a critical component of car manufacturing, reducing its exposure to global price swings and supply interruptions. Reshoring is transforming the competitive landscape. Building cars in America is no longer just about patriotism, it's a strategic advantage, allowing companies to respond quickly to market changes and consumer preferences. Shorter, more localized supply chains mean faster response times, more flexibility, and the ability to adapt quickly to new trends and customer needs. As more automakers invest in U.S. production, the line between domestic and foreign cars is blurring. Today, cars for many brands are built side by side in American factories, reflecting a new era of global collaboration. The Made in America label is becoming a powerful asset, not just for marketing, but also for logistics and customer trust. Consumers are increasingly seeking out products made closer to home. With its investments and innovations, Hyundai is helping write the first chapter of America's 21st century industrial renewal, setting the stage for a new era of manufacturing leadership. Hyundai's $21 billion investment is a case study in how government policy shapes global business. Trump's tariffs have forced companies to rethink the risk and reward of U.S. market access. Hyundai's expansion is a calculated response, producing vehicles and steel in America to avoid trade penalties. This move is driven by business logic, not idealism. Protect profits and ensure long-term stability. Tariffs have become powerful incentives, pulling investment and jobs onto U.S. soil. Corporate strategy is now inseparable from government action. Hyundai's bet on America shows how companies can turn policy threats into strategic advantages. Hyundai's massive investment, along with the broader reshoring trend, carries significant implications for America's future, both economically and socially. It's not just about new factories, it's about revitalizing entire communities and industries that have faced years of decline. Over 100,000 new jobs mean renewed opportunity and economic security for American workers. These positions offer stable incomes, benefits, and a chance for families to thrive in regions that have struggled with unemployment and outsourcing. The U.S. auto industry now faces a new era of competition, as foreign automakers like Hyundai challenge Detroit's long-standing dominance. This competition isn't just about market share, it's about pushing the entire industry forward. This could drive more innovation, better quality, and more choices for consumers. American engineers and designers will be inspired to create cutting-edge vehicles, while consumers benefit from a wider selection and improved technology. Increased domestic production means more stable pricing, reduced supply chain disruptions, and vehicles tailored specifically to American tastes and needs. Local suppliers and small businesses also stand to gain from this manufacturing boom. The Made in America sticker is becoming a powerful symbol of global competition taking place right here on U.S. soil, representing quality, pride, and a renewed sense of national achievement. Hyundai's decision is a strong vote of confidence in the American economy and workforce, signaling to other global companies that the U.S. is open for business and ready to lead. The U.S. remains a top destination for global investment when policy and business incentives align, attracting capital, technology, and expertise from around the world. Reshoring could help build a more resilient, self-sufficient economy, less vulnerable to global shocks and better equipped to support American families and businesses. The road ahead is being paved with American steel, built by American hands, and leads to a stronger, more secure industrial future for generations to come.